What's up, guys? Here with Eric Sim, King of Juco, here at his house. We're here in the backyard. Appreciate you having us by, dude. It's a beautiful place. Appreciate it, big time. I wanted to start off with the 95 or die journey because I don't think people actually understand. They definitely don't understand my favorite part of it, but I don't think they actually understand what happened. Right. So I think a lot of people see, oh, Eric Sim trained for 6 months, basically, and he went from high 80s to 95, and that's really cool. But what actually happened was you were managing your family's bar, working 7 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day, and then
sometimes 12, 14 hours a day when we have functions and stuff.
Yeah, so that you do that. And then after that, so you wake up, you go do that. After that, you go train for 2 to 4 hours a day. As hard as you can, because like we're right in this program, we're pushing it. So it's like, you went 6 months straight without a single minute of leisure time. And that to me is absolutely incredible because it's not just that you trained for 6 months.
No,
it's that you went 6 months, 7 days a week of working, 8 to 14 hours a day, not 1 minute of leisure time at all. So I'm just interested, take me back and like tell me about it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because like, you know, like I made the, like we came with a 95 or die. Like, that's the first time like people like started using. Now like everyone's like, I'm gonna do this or die, you know, like, you know, 90 or die or whatever. Now, I don't think people really understand what I meant by like, do it or die. You know, like it wasn't a joke, right? So when we did it, like, dude, like, I'm gonna go full send, but I don't really have any knowledge in programming. You did all the programming for me, and I went full fucking send with everything that you gave me. Right? And for 150. Now, of course, we have some days that are like, dude, like I'm fucking beat up. Like, you know,
we're smart about it.
We're smart about it. Like, when I'm beat up, I'm not gonna push it. And we're like, okay, let's just take a step down. And we took some deloads and shit like that too. But what I mean by do it or die, right? Is like, it's not necessarily just doing what's given to you. You know, like when I meant like do it or die, I will go to work from 7 in the morning and we had functions or whatever. I'm running the bar the entire day. We're open from 7 in the morning. That means some of the servers get there like 6:30, 6 o'clock. From then on, we're not closing until like midnight or whatever. And sometimes I'm there the entire day. I don't give a fuck because that's my family business. And that's what I was doing running a bar. That was my main job. When I came home or before I'm going to work or whatever, I would literally spend every single minute of my time to the recovery, whether it's sleeping, whether it's eating, whether it's making the food that I'm gonna eat, or because I was in a very bad shape. I was when we started this journey, I was like I was pretty fat. I got 290, just fat. I didn't lift for 2 years, right? Because when I got done playing, I'm like, I'm done lifting. And so I had to start from ground zero to get to the next level. And I did it just because I wanted to hit 95. You know, 95, like I love throwing, right? You do the same thing. Like you and I will probably continue throwing until we're fucking older. Some people ask me like, what would you do in 10 years? I'm like, probably this, you know, because I just enjoy it. Now, I might not throw as hard or hit as far. I'm still gonna do it because I enjoy the activities of throwing and hitting or whatever. But yeah, I just don't think people understand the depth of how we went about it. It just, dude, literally, I go to work, come home, and it was train. And it's not just, what I mean by train is not, it's I'm just gonna go to practice for 45 minutes or I'm gonna go do my warm up and then like get my 10-minute throwing done and I'm done. No, motherfucker, I went full send in a piece of shit cage and I fucking stole the key to get there because I had no other places because I was in a small town, it's called Duncan, it was tiny. And I literally just did that and on a concrete floor, right, shitty cage, we had no AC, we had no heat. In the winter up there, it gets fucking cold and we had no heat. It got down to like 40. I'm throwing. I don't give a fuck. And that's a mentality I don't think people understand of what I meant, what we was like 95 or die. It's not, oh, I'm gonna 90 or die. No, 95 or die. Your entire life, whether it's eating, sleeping, like people take those for granted, right? I mean, we see that all the time, right? So it's just like, they're like, oh, I train for an hour and I hit the gym for an hour, okay? And then I'm gonna play video games for 8 hours and do it. No. Are you recovering? And more I talk to guys like you that knows a lot about this or other smart people, right? There are plenty of people around me that are really smart, that knows a lot about sports. They all go to the basics of recovering. How do you sleep? How do you eat? Like those are the main components that helps you get to the next level. But people don't understand that. People think, oh, I'm just gonna get a program from somebody, do it for an hour a day, and I'm gonna do 90 or die because it sounds cool. Eric Sim did it. I'm gonna do it. No, fuck you, bitch. You know, like you don't know what that means. You don't know what I meant by 95 or die. And it took me 151 days exactly, and I journeyed every single day. Of course, that's the first content I really took off for me. Every single day, whether it's lifting, whether it's eating, whether it's throwing, whatever. Dude, I was ripping smelling salts at some Little League park. You've seen the videos.
Yeah.
I just didn't give a fuck.
Yep.
I'm ripping like 90 right now on this piece of shit fucking cage gym. I'm hitting 95. I don't care how long it takes. We're fucking doing it. And we did it.
Yep.
Because I think the reason we're able to achieve that was because we were both degaffing up like this we're doing. And it wasn't like a hobby. You know, like it wasn't we weren't just like, oh, we can do it. If not, like whatever. No, we're like, dude, let's fucking go. And you're like, I like that. Let's fucking go.
Yep.
And then like you'll push me. I'm like, I'll push. Like let's go. You know, like it's time to go.
Yep.
When we're doing pull downs, I'm going to literally. Sometimes I'll get kicked out, right? Because there are other kids and shit practicing on the fields. I'll be on the side field of a piece of shit field, throwing against a fucking screen. Not even a net. It's a screen. We did it though. You know, like so. Again, it's just tough to see people like, oh, I'm gonna do it. You're not really doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like you act like you're doing it, but you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought up the recovering piece of it because in explaining it as intensely as I did, I literally under-explained it because of because that was one of the conversations we had was like, look, we're gonna push this thing, but you will not survive this if you are sleeping 6 hours a night. If you're in bed 6 hours a night, even if you're sleeping 6 hours a night, which means you're in bed 7, right?
We talked about that multiple days. And for me, that wasn't an issue because I knew how important that was. I'll get 8 and 10 hours of sleep.
While then doing that.
While I'm getting up at fucking 7 in the morning because I'll go to sleep at 9 p.m. I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
I'll do the bar stuff a little bit earlier or whatever, and I'll go my training done, and I'm out.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm in the cage like when we have a later days at work, right? I'm done at like fucking 9 p.m., 10 p.m. I'll go to the fucking cage. I don't care. And I'm done at midnight. And then I'll get up a little bit later next day so I can recover.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I work the schedule around because I had to do that.
Yep.
You know, and
that to me is what's so impressive about the whole thing. I agree with you so much on the people are like they want to go at it because it's so impressive, but to me
they don't want to do the work.
Oh my gosh,
they don't want to do
close.
They just want to get there.
Yeah,
they just want to get like I get it even now. Like, hey, I want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Because I'm a YouTuber, and a lot of kids are like, oh, I love being a YouTuber. Like, I want to be a YouTuber. How do I do it? I'm like, just make content. Make content. And they're like, okay, and then they just do it for a little bit, or even like grown-ups.
Yep.
They're like, hey, how do you do YouTube? I'm like, okay, you can try this and just be you and have fun. You know, and they do it for like 2 weeks. And they're like, oh, this is hard. And like they don't post, they post a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less. And all of a sudden, they're gone for a month, gone for 2 months. I'm like, I'm posting every single day. You've seen my, on my socials, I don't give a fuck if it's Christmas or fucking New Year, I don't care. I don't care if it's Sophia's birthday. I post shit.
Yeah.
I am a content creator because I take that as a job.
Yep.
And that's also why I'm successful because I do the work.
Yeah.
Like if I post multiple times a day, and I of course I enjoy doing it, but at the same time like I'm willing to put in the work to do that because I know I'm gonna grow from it, and not even the growth because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Right? And just people don't get that. Like YouTube, like we post, I haven't missed a week of posting. Like really, like we don't do that. Like of course I'm surrounded by a good team, and we have everything like just really figured out, much more than how I started.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even when I was struggling, like I'm posting. You know what I'm saying? Like so. People just want to get there. They see my, I'm like, oh, you have 200K subs, and I want to be like you. Well, then you should do the work that I was doing when I had 10K or 3K or 1K. Dude, I was stuck at 1,000 subs for about like close to a year, bro.
I remember that.
I went 0 to 1,000 in a year.
Yeah.
And I gained 1,000 literally like probably like half an hour right now. Yeah. I'm not even posting right now. This is gross. You know what I'm saying? Like, so are you willing to do the work to grow?
Without the guarantee that it'll happen.
Dude, there's no guarantee in life. We've talked about it multiple times. We get it, of course, but people want, oh, I want to throw 95. Okay, you throw 86, so you want to throw 95. Great. Put in the work. Not for a week, not for a month, it could take you fucking 3 years. It could take you your lifetime to never throw 95 because maybe you might not have it figured out. It might take you longer to figure out the mechanic stuff, or you're just not genetically gifted, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But like, are you willing to put in that work to get there? You know, like I don't think people get that, especially kids. They just want it. They just want to get to the place you're at. Oh, Dean's throwing 92. Great. Are you seeing the work that he's doing outside of that?
Yeah.
They see me, oh, I got 200K subs or whatever. I want to get there. I'm like, well, okay, are you posting video every day? Or no, you're posting your shitty little picture thing once a week. Like, is that going to get you to be a content creator? No, you know, like, so people don't understand it. When I meant 95 or die, it was work and do this. That's it. That was my entire life, was do that. That was it, nothing else. Luckily, at the time, I didn't have Sophia's to take care of. I don't think I can do that with Sophia, you know what I'm saying? But that was my life, was going to work, crush it, come home. From then on, from that time on, I am full sending, whether it's training, eating, like preparing. For me, you know what the toughest part was? Prepping all the food. Because I had to lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And you know me, I like to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I went from 290 to 255. I dropped 35 pounds.
I remember that.
And I gained muscle within it. So I lost more pounds because I gained a lot of muscle because I started working out and stuff.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah.
You know, like especially in the beginning.
Yep.
When you're like, when I was like 275, I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Why would I want to do this? Because I used to eat fucking double stuffed pizzas, you know what I'm saying? And to go from that to now I'm eating like fucking ground beef and rice with shitty fucking ketchup.
Yeah.
That was my go-to meal. Like I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I had a long day of work. I just fucking had like 12. Sometimes when we have functions like banquets and stuff, I'll have 14-hour days. And I'm fucking on my feet the whole time. I'm not sitting down.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking toast. Now when I get home, I gotta go eat all the meals. I gotta go throw, and I gotta go fucking do all my shit and just like come back. Just like, how am I gonna do that? You know, like, but I did it because my mentality was do this or fucking die.
Yep.
There was no plan B or any other option for me. I just did it because I had to do it for myself. Because one day I basically looked in my mirror, I'm like, what are you doing with your life? I'm just working, being a fucking scumbag, running a bar. I'm like, let's clean it up. You know, I'm fat as fuck. I'm like, let's do something about it. That's when I started throwing. And then when I started throwing, I'm like, okay, let's do this. You and me, boom. And then we made it happen.
Yeah.
But again, it's a journey, man. It's a journey that we learned so much from that, right?
Incredible.
Like how much did we, like, for me, that was the experience of my lifetime, not the me throwing 95 part. Now, of course, that part was electric. I will probably not forget that moment for a while, even though it was literally by myself in this piece of shit cage. I'm wearing cleats, and I'm like slipping over because it's concrete. Remember that? But it was worth that because all the journey that took me there. If it was easy, everyone would do it. The reason it was so fucking good and so memorable because it was fucking hard.
Yeah.
And that hard experience, like, that made it good. You know, like that's a challenge, not I throw 86 and we'll go 90 or die and just like put in the work for like, I don't know, 2 weeks, which is like, hashtag training, and then you're fucking just like foam rolling. Shut the fuck up. That's not training. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
100%,
dude. I'm glad you brought up the influencer stuff now. Because now that you're a big shot, an influencer, now you just like show up to work, you don't do anything, right? You just, So tell me about your day now, because I got some insider information. Obviously, I know you really well. It's just like you just show up, everybody else does everything for you, and you just ride off into the sunset and you just relax, dude.
Basically.
So tell me about all your relaxing. How's that going for you?
That's great. Just basically do nothing with little Sophia. Just kick it.
No, but really, let's get real on it. Because I think it's why I'm harping on it so much in this is because I think it's the essence of you, and it's what I like about you so much. Is talk to me about your approach to the channel. Talk to me about your approach to growing it and becoming an influencer.
There are many ways to go about it. I don't think there's one answer, and that's why it's beautiful. I love that because there's no answer. There are others way more successful creators than I am, and they all do different shit, whatever the shit that works for them. And I've happened to find something that works for me. Now, for me though, like I'm a content creator. I see me. I can call myself now a YouTuber. You know, I got a decent following now, and people know me. I've seen you on YouTube. Like, I go to places, I get recognized, right? And those are the things that you do as a YouTuber. You know, and for me, just to get here, of course, it wasn't easy. Who the fuck no one hands you a free YouTube channel like, oh, here's 100K subs for you. Now you go. No. Now the growth are definitely exponential because now I'm growing way faster each day. You know, I used to I told you, it took me a year to get to 1,000 fucking subs, man. A year.
And how many posts are we talking in a year? How many videos would you say you made in that year time?
On YouTube, probably did once every couple weeks because I had to edit on my phone. So back in the day when I first started, I filmed everything on my phone, which was at the time iPhone 7 or 8 or whatever. And then I edited all my YouTube videos on my phone because I didn't have a laptop.
Yeah.
You know, and I wasn't gonna spend money on that because I'm broke, you know, so I'm working and I'm doing this shit, right? So, and I didn't really start this to make this a full-time job, making videos. I just did it because I fucking enjoyed it. The reason I first started making Instagram posts was because I saw so many fucking videos here's 3 quick tips to gain, you know, you've seen those.
Yep.
3 simple drills and you throw
I
harder,
love those.
hit fast. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, all right? So that when I first posting videos of me training was because I got so sick of watching those. I'm like, fuck all of you. I'm just gonna train myself, and then I play pro. I got my experience I can share, and I'm like, training sucks. I just want to show that. There's no quick fixes.
Yeah.
If you want a quick fix, don't fucking do this. You can do other shit. Like, don't do this because there's literally no answer.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, also why it's so good. You know, and for me, again, I post every single day because I take it as a job. It's a responsibility. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm pretty big now. I don't have to post anything, and I'll probably still grow.
Yeah.
I'll still gain followers just because of my previous posts. But I'm not gonna do that because I want to continue growing. I like seeing the growth. I like making content. I like being what do you call it? Just like you're kind of expressing yourself through a video. Like let's say IG. Like 1 minute, I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. Now I can do hitting, pitching. I can do lifting. And some posts I don't do for clout because I don't need clout. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but I am clout. I could literally do anything now. People will talk about it,
Yep.
you know, and I don't mean that in a bad way, and that's why I feel it. And sometimes, I don't make posts to get clout. I don't need that. Some of my lifting posts, I don't need to make those because my lifting posts are gonna generally get less views than me hitting a tank or, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I don't care because I like lifting.
Yeah.
I like lifting heavy shit, and I also like motivating other people, especially kids. I have so many kids followers. I want to get them in the gym. Start working out. Being stronger, faster, it means a hell of a lot more, and it just makes your baseball job easier, right? And even me seeing the ball at the highest level, even when I see big league guys, pro guys, they're literally bigger, faster, stronger. That's a lot of them are successful because of that. Not because they have perfect mechanics. Not many big leaguers have perfect mechanics, to be honest.
Sure.
A lot of them are there because they're genetic freaks, or they fucking just they put in the work, and they're just simply bigger, faster, stronger, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because when I've seen them, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, then fucking, you're a high school kid. You want to get stronger? You want to hit farther? Go to the gym. And I enjoy making those posts, and I get a lot of DMs. I can't get to all of them, but a lot of them are like, hey, thanks for motivating me to go to hit the gym. I didn't want to do it today, but I went because of you. That's enough.
That's awesome.
That's all I need, right? So, yeah, man, again, anything I do, you gotta put in the work, right? Whether it's 95 or die, or I'm a full-time YouTuber, or I'm a dad. You know, whatever I'm doing, I gotta go full send. So if it's me being a successful YouTuber that I can make a living with, about a fucking house, all this shit, then I better put in the work, right? Which is me posting videos every fucking day, multiple times a day. I gotta make sure that those are fucking bangers too, instead of just a bunch of fillers. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how you do it. And there's no answer. I can't just be like, oh, do this and you'll be a successful YouTuber. I don't have that for you. Even you, I'm like, oh, let's get on YouTube, but I don't have an answer for you. That's for you to find out.
Yep.
You know, and that's how I found out, you know, and hopefully later on bigger you get and you get more help or whatever it may be. Now we got a full team and momentum. They've been great, that kind of stuff, right? But at the same time, I also started with my fucking shitty iPhone 7 in the shitty cage. And look where I'm at now. But just because you see me where I'm at now, don't expect this to happen right away. It may never happen for you. Or way bigger shit might happen for you, depending on what you fucking do and how you go about it.
Yeah, and I think that's the coolest part to me, and it's one of the biggest reasons among many that that you and I are such good friends is the fact that whether or not this all would have happened, you would have done it anyways.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and that I just love that. I absolutely love that.
Even when I first moved down here, remember you're the first one we saw it, and we were like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "I don't know. I didn't have a set thing, right? Yeah. I didn't have a job lined up. To be brutally honest, I saved a little bit of money doing the bar managing. I fucking worked my shit off for 7 days a week for 4.5 years, and I saved a little bit of money. I'm like, okay, I was gonna just chill a little bit. I was gonna like figure it out and maybe get a bartending job or some shit.
Yeah.
But while in it, luckily, all this stuff happened for me. But at the same time, though, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, good for you, like lucky, you got lucky or whatever. I'm like, well, I also got the opportunity because I was making videos.
You were doing all the work in the background.
I was making content back in Canada, which people were seeing. When I came down here, they're like, oh, you want to try this?
Yeah.
Right? So all the work that you put in, whether you think people are watching or not, people are watching. You hear a lot of times, oh, you never know who's watching, especially in pro ball, right? Like, it's like, oh, even in college when you're like, whatever, they're like, oh, we don't know who's scouts watching, and later on you get drafted, you're like, how the fuck they get here? And they're like, oh, I saw you at one game. I'm the perfect example of that. I literally got drafted from one game, us playing Miami. I remember our minor league coordinator. He was like the director. He talked to me the spring training after I got drafted. He's like, oh, I saw you at the Miami game because they're all there to watch Yasmani Grandal. And I fucking happened to ball the fuck out. I threw out 2 guys, like backpick one. They hit a fucking double or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, who the fuck is that? Because no one knew who I was.
Yeah.
I'm from JUCO, small JUCO.
Yep.
I went to USF, and like they're like, who the fuck is this dude? You know, like, and like that's how I got drafted. You know, like so that experience itself made me realize you don't know who the fuck's watching. You know, and just because how small you are or whatever doesn't matter. Yeah. Someone's watching.
Yeah.
You know, and so you'll get your shot if you put in the fucking work. But don't expect shit when you don't fucking post no content. Or like, oh, you don't be a creator, you don't post content. What does that mean? That's like a dude I wanted to play pro ball when they're throwing 60.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, dude. I'll get a little sentimental with you real fast. Is that good?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you can leave if you want. Why do you work so hard? Why do you think you work so hard?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a why.
I mean, there's got to be a why, right? Like what about you? Because everything you do, if you do it, you're like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. And you and I both know what that actually means.
Yeah,
like,
right.
No,
right.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
Like, why? Why wouldn't you choose to live life? Isn't it easier to just like go through and just hang out? Like, why do you care so much about all these things? Why do you work so hard?
That's a great question, actually. Never been asked that, or have I thought of that. I just want to support my family. Like right now, I have more responsibilities now, especially with a kid. Now it is tough because when you got a kid, like it's my first time being a dad, and like I'm trying to figure this shit out while having a full-time job and try to be successful or whatever, you know. But you're still trying to find that balance. But for me, though, I don't know. Like working hard, right? I think that's such a subjective thing, you know. Like for me, if I'm gonna do something, I'm just doing it. Now, some people might see that like, oh, you were working hard or you're not working hard or whatever it may be. I don't know. I don't think it really matters to me. For me, if I'm going to do something, right, 95 or die, I'm doing it. Now, how I'm going to do it, there are many ways to go about it.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, I can make the smartest choices, you know, and then find the people like you and like other help so that I can do it, you know, like instead of like struggling dick for 6 years to throw 95. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we are able to do it in a shorter amount of time, I think, because of that.
Yeah.
But why do I work? I don't know. I don't have a reason. I just do whatever. If I gotta fucking wait, I could go lift right now. I'm probably not gonna do 3 plates on squats. I'm probably gonna go 5 plates or 6. I'm still trying to push it. You know, whether like, I have nothing to play for now. I don't play for nobody. Like I'm not gonna play professional baseball ever. You know, I'm still in the gym. Like I don't train in, you know, competition. I don't compete in powerlifting. I'm still trying to put up as much weight on that fucking bar as possible and try to push the limit. Throwing, yeah. let's push it. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I can still go pump 90. I can touch 90 because I don't give a fuck what other people. I just don't care.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Hitting. I recently hit 440 off this fucking college burnout. I'm gonna go for like 450, which I've hit before, but 450, 460. It's more of where I'm at that stage and at that time, and I try to be better.
Yeah.
Whether it's lifting, and it could be many different lifts. You've seen me doing some Olympic weightlifting too.
Yep.
Well, Olympic weightlifting is tough.
Yep.
Dude, those motherfuckers can that's impressive.
Yep.
A-League guys, those guys are really impressive how they do. I'm never gonna get there, but if my clean is three plates, let's get 335. I hit 35. Fuck yeah, let's go. I hit 335. Let's go 350. Let's go. And that journey to get to 350, it fucking sucks. Even to gain 15 pounds on a clean and jerk or cleans, it's hard.
And one of the things I love about you, it's one of the things that because I want to surround myself with people that inspire me, and you inspire the shit out of me, the way you go about things. It's just the qualities that you have that I want in myself, and one of those is everything you do, whether it's lifting, whether it's throwing, hitting, all the things we've talked about here, whether it's building your following, whether it's working at the bar, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your daughter and putting into being a father. It's just like everything you do is like, how good can you do it? And the standard you hold yourself to me, just impresses the shit out of me. It's things that I want to rub off on me and continue to influence me in that way. So
yeah, and I try to, some people like kind of compare themselves with other people. I don't do that. Dude, I just try to be the better version of myself the next day, a week from now, a month from now. I don't want to be the same. I just want to be better. That's all it is. And then those pile up, right? Just like your training. All the little fucking W's pile up, and all of a sudden, 3 months later, you're like, holy fuck. I was like hurting at throwing 84. Now I'm like easy 92. That kind of shit, right? So, and not every day is a W, of course. Some days are fucking dog shit. It's shitty. I got fucking baby crying. I got to fucking make videos, and I'm late, and I'm doing all this shit. You just go through it. Because that's your fucking job. And some people might call that hard work, but just shut the fuck up and put in the work. There's no other way to go. Like, there's no, oh, you gotta work extra. No, dude, just shut the fuck up and do it. Like, there's no other way to. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. Just the simplicity of it is fantastic to me. What is something that generally people believe about you that you think is just not true, or that comes across as incorrect? Like, I'm sure that stuff comes across in your content. People think something about Eric Sim that's just like not freaking close to what reality is. Anything come to mind when I say that?
I think a lot of people think like I'm not who I am in front of like.
They think it's like an act.
Kind of like I don't know if a lot of people say that like or anything like that, but I'd assume that's what they think. And for me, the reason I think I'm succeeding in this space because
you're so authentic.
Because I don't have to be somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm me, whether this shit on like us or you're me and just bullshitting or whatever. And some people need to do that. Some people need to throw a different act or some sort of a persona, whatever. And I think that's great. If you need to be somebody else to get to where you want to be, do it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to change who I am. Now, some people, and I also, with the success I've had, I also have a lot of haters, right? Because my shit is pretty polarizing and I motherfuck people. I'm not scared to do that, right? And not everyone likes when I'm motherfucking in content for, 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay. And I didn't do this to please everybody. Like, I just didn't. Like, I just don't fucking care. And to be honest, right now, like all the subscribers and stuff, I'm very thankful. But like, even if I had 0 subscribers, and right now what I have 240 or whatever thousand, I'm gonna do the same shit. What I do doesn't change, right? Like, just like training. I could be training at the shitty fucking homemade concrete gym that I made, and the shit I got now, which I'm getting shit sent from Titan Fitness, like a brand new like weightlifting equipment, super nice, expensive. Nothing changes. What I do here and what I did then does not change because I don't give a fuck what I have. It's more of what you do, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you have, really. Who the fuck cares? Like, you can put me in fucking Alaska right now. I'm like, okay,
I mean, you literally did that
Like-
one time. Remember you obviously remember because you were there.
Right.
When you were lifting in the snow.
Yeah, remember
it was
that?
in Alaska. Yeah.
I was literally doing, with the shitty concrete weights I made, I was doing clean and jerks. And I remember one time I ate shit because it was snow. It was like icy, right after the snow, it was like super icy. I ate shit. I did that. Like, I just don't care. Oh, fuck, it sucks. And then, like, I still finished the set, That's what we do. Like, I think again, some people just have that. I think you have that. Like, I have that. And I don't expect everyone to have that. But if you have it, you can use that to your advantage to get ahead against other people or whatever,
Sure.
or try to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve, get there a little faster, so.
Absolutely. And the last thing I got for us is exchange a little bit of fun stories. So, and I'm leaving this one wide open. If you want to go minor leagues, if you want to go,
I got stories out the
anything at all.
days.
So,
Not many I can share.
well, you can think about those,
Okay.
and I'll lead off with one of my favorites that I always love telling to give you some more time to think about it. So picture yourself, first year, I just got drafted, right? I had just gotten promoted from rookie ball to short season A, which sure, it's a promotion, but not really. But I just came from Arizona Christian, which there were 10 people at our games and they're all parents,
Right.
And then it's I'm in, okay, now I go to rookie ball and I kill it. Haven't given up a run in 15 innings.
Yeah.
And now they're oh, we're going to send you to level up. And look, they sent me to Canada, and I just happened to have a passport. That's the reason I got you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't care.
Right, fuck you got set up, yeah.
Yeah, let's go. It's this league can't hold me,
Yeah.
So I go to Canada, played the Canadian Stadium, Vancouver.
Vancouver,
It's
Canada, that's a
right?
beautiful place.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Pack out as well.
Packed house.
Oh, yeah.
Packed house. 10,000 people. It's a packed house. And the dude, I get out there. I don't remember what the score was, but of course I just traveled there. I had to wake up at 4 a.m., travel all day, and then of course I get thrown into that game.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
I'm out there on the mound, and I just hear this dude from up in the stands, and he's like, "Hey Jackson, how's it feel to be middle relief in single A?" Which is a funny burn.
Right.
But little does he know, bro, 2 months ago I was pitching at Arizona Christian in front of my mom and 9 other moms, and there were
this is
10,000
awesome.
people.
Right.
Yeah, and I punch out a dude,
Right.
and I'm just "That's right,
Right.
that's right, middle relief in single A, baby," and he meant it as a burn, and it was just
You
such
like-
a
you're like,
confidence
yes,
booster.
fuck
Oh
yeah.
it was absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Oh, dude. I mean, I got stories out the days. I mean, I can just, shit, I have a lot, but my first day in Double A. Okay, I get called up to Double A my first time, and it happened on the opening day. So I was in Loway, in Augusta, Georgia, and our Double A team was in Richmond, Virginia. And I was at the time, second year, third year. I'm pretty miserable. We start the season, opening day, literally opening day. I get called in the office. We got done with the game. Got called in the office. Manager calls me in the office. He's like, "Hey, Sambo, we're emergency here. You're flying." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I just got here. I set everything up, my apartment, everything. Everything just literally just set up. Went to fucking some shitty Walmart and just picked up all the shit. I spent $300. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not going nowhere." He's like, "Double A catcher got hurt, freak accident. They need you there tonight." I'm like, fuck. So they send me up there, right? So I just burned $300 that I spent on all the groceries and bed shit or whatever. I'm fucking pissed.
Roommates are loving it.
Roommates are loving it because there's a dude coming from rookie ball, coming up here, and he's getting all my shit for free. I'm like, "You motherfucker!" Anyways, I'm getting up there. I'm like, I'm fucking miserable. I go there, take a fucking red eye, and I just show up there, just fucking miserable. And they were in Reading, Philadelphia. Just shitty weather, 45 degrees. It's cold as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? I show up. I didn't think I was gonna play, just because they had another a backup catcher. I'm like, okay, I'd assume backup catcher's gonna play. I just got here. I literally got here for the game time. And he's like, "Get ready, you're going in." I'm like, oh my God. So I'm catching the game with literally no warm-ups. Get in the game. I'm playing this motherfucking game, right? And then go to hit. I'm facing fucking Ken Giles, dude. Ken Giles was at the time, like a top prospect. He was literally sitting 100 to 102. His slider was 92. And I'll never forget that at bat. It was just miserable, just like rain, but like not like super heavy rain, but you know those misty rain, it was just shitty. It was cold. And I just look at the pitcher, I'm just like, what am I doing here? I step in, heater first pitch. Holy fuck, what was that? And the catcher cracks up because he obviously knows like I'm not from like the team because they'll hear it or like when they see the roster moves or whatever. He knows I'm a fucking nobody from lower level that's just got sent up fucking facing Ken Giles in a fucking shitty Reading, Philadelphia at like 45-degree weather. It's raining. He's on 100 to 102. I'm like, fuck, heater by me, slider 92. See ya. It's just like,
well, you're good at hitting sliders, so I'm sure it worked out great.
Yeah, that's great. That's my specialty, hitting sliders. I literally walked back. I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? This whole 24 hours, right? And that was my first like experience in AA. And that's when I realized I'll never make it. I'm like, I'm not good enough. If I can't survive that, I'm not good enough. So that's when I knew, and I never made it because of that reason. And I'm thankful for that experience. At least I found out then and there, you know. But I mean, yeah, it was crazy, man. But minor leagues, though, it's pretty crazy. You know, pretty crazy experience. How many years were you there?
Just half the season.
Just half the
Yeah, and
season.
then I blew out after that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, rehabbing sucks too. But yeah, I was there for 6 years. I mean, fuck, man. It was. Would I go back and play now? Absolutely not. Fuck that place. I fucking hate the minor leagues.
Hey, man, you're going to get a spring training run in there. I'm telling you. You're gonna get, if Will Ferrell got a spring training run, you're going to get a spring training run. Yes, I can. Remember, we talked about.
I would,
remember?
I would
No. I'm going to say this because when we were at Grimaldi's, when you came the first time we got to Arizona, we wrote down on a sheet of paper, what do we want? Like, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, right.
And one of the things that we were like, bro, this will never happen.
Was
you were going to throw the first pitch of the spring training
Which
game,
I did.
And you did it. Yeah, like a year later.
Right.
Now, obviously, we had it written on the sheet. We were thinking from the perspective of 95 or die.
Right.
So we were like, that's how you're going to PR.
Right. Like, not 89.
Yeah. Well, we were like, yeah, we need all these people there so we can get you to PR at 95. Right. And then, of course, what happens, you throw it off the backside at 89.
89. Like,
how are you supposed to know you weren't allowed to have cleats? It's really,
dude, they put me in the, dude, I'm like, I was wearing literally runners.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta like at least like I'm like I brought I think the turfs or whatever, and there's like no, I'm like fuck me, dude. I mean on the mound that's not good, you know, like
no.
So I mean,
you build all this momentum, you slip, and that's ridiculous. But hey, man, I appreciate you sitting down, taking the time. It's a great chat. Always good to chat with you. I always take stuff away from when we chat, and like I said before, I respect the shit out of you for the way that you go about the things you do, and you inspire the heck out of me. I know you inspire the heck out of a bunch of people who are watching this. So appreciate you taking the time. And
fuck all you bitches. Now, what's your plan? What's your plan now? Training and like all that.
Training and going back. So that's my plan. Is I run my own training stuff, obviously. So what I mean by that is I'm training a handful of guys, and that's return to throw, and that's also pitch and training stuff. So I'm doing that, and that allows me to continue to put my time and effort towards training myself and playing. So you and I have obviously had conversations about like how long am I going to take this, and like I'm in. Whether I'm still trying to figure it out at 45 or not, like my girlfriend's sitting over there behind the camera.
She's like, please not 45.
No, she knows too, dude. She knows.
Not at 45. The 45 you're still trying to do that's yips,
No,
dude.
absolutely, dude. But I mean, you get it too. You figure out different ways to make money along with it.
100%.
But yeah, that's the plan. Is we're gonna figure out like what do we got? How long can I take this thing? How good can I get? And the fun part is it all works in synchronization with the other things that I do. So guys have problems that they want to solve, like they don't throw hard enough, they don't punch enough guys out, they're not the guy they want to be, they have elbow problems, they have shoulder, like whatever. They come to me with that. And then through past experiences, I can help them with it. But also through helping them solve their problems, I then add to that. So not only does it help them, it also helps me, and it helps all the other people I train. So it's really cool, synchronous relationship. And man, that's what I love. That's what I love.
I think that what makes you good is like all the L's you've taken, right? I mean, you've had a fucking rocky road. I mean, when's the last time you pitched in a game? It's been fucking for years.
2016.
That's crazy. Like 6 years, like 7 years going into it, and to be able to still be going, and like all the knowledge that you've accumulated from then till now. I mean, that's what makes you different. That's what makes you special. That makes you gonna be successful, right? So even all the shit that you're going through now, you're gonna be laughing about it later. You know, that's the whole plan, right? So
and just like you, I would do it. I mean, I am literally doing it regardless of the outcome.
Yeah.
So regardless
outcome
of,
isn't that important. Like, you know, like
this is what I want to do with my life.
like, yeah,
This is what I'm gonna
like
do.
even me, like we talked about it. Like you're like, what are you gonna? I don't know, but it doesn't matter because like let's hit 95 or die because we just gotta do it.
Yeah.
We didn't think like I'm gonna be a YouTuber after. Like I had no fucking clue, and that wasn't the goal.
Yeah.
And my goal was just to do that because I had to do it, and like we just had to do it. Like, it was just like, let's do it. You said, are you in? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, are you in? You're like, yeah. That's all it took. We're like, let's go full send. And we communicated basically every single day on after my thumb throwing, like where I'm at. Should we deload or should we keep going or should we even push more volume, more, you know, like less volume or more build up, less, you know, whatever.
All of it.
It was a daily thing and it was a lot of it was shitty, right? I mean, training shouldn't be fun. Like, I don't know if I mean that, but you know what I'm saying? No, like I enjoy training. Like even me, like to this day, I love training. I love lifting. I love throwing and hitting. But
it's because it's hard.
When you're training, it shouldn't be easy.
Yeah.
Like if you're just gonna go hit some BP, you think you're gonna be ready, you're fucking out of your damn mind. You better get in the fucking if you're trying to be a professional hitter, right? You better face a machine throwing on 97 with a fucking disgusting slider. It's gonna break your fucking bat, jam you up, your fucking hand's gonna hurt. That shit, you need that.
You find
know?
your limit. Where is it?
100%.
Obviously, way past your limit, which I know you mean this. Way
Right.
past your limit is like not helpful.
Right.
But then way under your limit, what you're saying,
Exactly.
also not helpful.
Right.
You have to find your limit and live there.
Which sucks, and that shouldn't be easy.
Yeah.
Like if it was easy, literally everyone will throw 95.
Yep.
With nasty slider and know how to pitch. Now, no.
Yep.
It's still really hard to sit 95 and be nasty, and that's why you see those guys on TV. You know, so Again, I think the biggest thing was like if you're gonna do it, do it. Don't fucking talk about it. Don't be a little bitch. Just like, I'm gonna do this or die. I didn't do it. Then you should die. You know, like, but that's the mentality that you gotta be in. Not necessarily, it's just if not happen, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, or you start blaming other people, or you start blaming other shit, or trainer, or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, and it's on you. You know, like if you're hurt, that's your fault. That's not a privilege. You're hurt now. You got to work extra harder now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you go through every single day.
Yep.
You've had this for how many fucking years? Not like
Coming on 7 now.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a long fucking time to be in that stage, and you to still keep going, which like that's tight. You know, for me. But I think more people need to have that, especially if you're trying to get to the next level. It doesn't have to be just baseball. It could be other shit. And all the shit I accumulated from baseball training, I can apply to the business, life, whatever it may be. And that itself, you're gonna be successful because of that. So.
100%. Well, you know, I appreciate the heck out of you. Appreciate you sitting down. I think people will love watching this. And
Fuck all
thanks
these
for taking the
pussies.
time, my man.
Sub or die, motherfuckers.